Good day, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope you are all doing absolutely fantastic, feeling just wonderful and groovy, realizing that the government really doesn't love you, and also realizing, of course, that pretty much everything you've been told since the day you were born is a lie. It is August the 3rd of 2025, Sunday morning, 11:05 a.m. Mr. Buzz coming to you from the communist shithole that is known as Ontario, Canada. And Sunday morning, I can't help but think of Nancy Pelosi in that interview. I don't know if you've seen that, but she was doing an interview with one of the big journalists, and all of a sudden, in the middle of it, she goes, "Good morning. Sunday morning." She's right out of it, probably loaded out of her mind. I get such a kick out of that video. So if you get anything out of this one, please give me a thumbs up. I'm going to talk about something that has me quite concerned, actually. That started a couple nights ago. When the weather is good, I spend a fair bit of time just sitting out on my porch. Well, sitting now that I got a chair yesterday. I used to stand. But some nights when I go out, it is extremely still. There's no wind, very quiet, other than the sirens that pop up every once in a while, and you could hear a pin drop out there. And a few nights ago, I was out there, and it was one of those nights. It was super silent, and all of a sudden, I heard voo, 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 this pulse. It was like an electric pulse coming from the sky. There's no question that's where it was coming from. So I just, what is that? And I listened, and it went on and on and on. It went for hours. Well, I don't know how long. It might be going still right now. Like, can't hear it in the day because there's too much noise. But, like a steady pulse, and it was quite loud. I mean, anybody would have been able to hear it. And it was pretty bizarre. Now, I've learned about something called NEXRAD, this Doppler microwave beam sort of, well, they call it a weather, something for predicting weather and stuff like that, but it's a weapon. There's no question about that. And I think it might have something to do with that, but I don't know. It was really weird, like a steady pulse, and definitely an electronic pulse. Some sort of microwave beam or something. I don't know. It was pretty bizarre. But on top of being here to tell you about that, the mood swings. This is what I really want to talk about. Sudden mood swings that can last for quite a while. Lots of other people have made videos about it. I've gotten into some conversations in the comments with other people on other videos. And as soon as I mention what's happening to me, I get bombarded with replies. People saying the same thing. So up until, I'd say 2 days ago, I was in one of these periods where my mood was so low, and it was for no reason whatsoever. Just complete dread and depression and sadness and this terrible melancholy feeling, and I couldn't make it go away no matter what I did. Usually go out in the sunshine for a while, get some sun on top of your head, and that'll fix you up, but nothing would help. And then all of a sudden, 2 days ago, it lifted, and I feel great today. I think this is the best I've felt in months and months, and yesterday too. Yesterday was a pretty good day. But before that, for absolutely no reason, and my cat's acting strange for that period too. They weren't acting right at all, especially my male cat. Don't know what was wrong with them either. But whatever it is, I figure it's the same thing that's affecting me. So I'd like to get your comments on this and let me know if this same deal is happening. Do you wake up some mornings and just, even though you were fine the day before, suddenly you get up in the morning and you feel absolutely horrible, emotionally drained and depressed and sad no matter what? it's been happening for quite a while, but this last one was really, I think, the worst one I ever felt. And then all of a sudden, I almost felt it break. Like I was released from it. And then I was my normal self again. So, I mean, it's technology. It's got to be. They are controlling our minds and controlling our thoughts, controlling our moods, controlling everything. It's horrific. It's so invasive. And to not know exactly what it is the troubling part, right? You sit here and theorize about what they're doing, but you don't actually know. I'm getting really tired of it. I don't know who these scumbags think they are, making technology that does this to everybody. I mean, they can get away with it. That's why they do it. And they're evil. That's why they do it. But let me know. Leave me a comment. Tell me if this happens to you. Do you go through a period all of a sudden where no matter what, you just feel horrible? And then eventually you're completely released from it and you feel great and everything's fine again. And you don't even know why you just felt so bad. That's how it's been going for me. I was so relieved 2 days ago when this lifted, because it was even hard for me to make videos. I was, trying to look happy and stuff as I was making them, but I felt so terrible. And it probably affected my videos. I'm sure I wasn't my normal self. If I watched them back, I'd see that I probably wasn't my normal self during that 2 weeks. Just wild. Whatever they're doing affects your whole psyche, your whole... For me, it affects every last thing. I feel physically terrible and emotionally terrible. It's even gotten to the point where I had some pains in my stomach and things, and just for no reason. I mean, I eat good and I get exercise, and I've been taking pretty good care of myself. Maybe not perfect, but not abusing myself that I should feel like that. That's for sure. Yesterday when I woke up, as soon as I was awake, I knew it had lifted, and I woke up in a way better mood all of a sudden. And this morning again, I think this morning even better. I feel completely like myself again. So let me know if it's happening to you. I get a feeling it's happening to most of you. It's hard to imagine what kind of nasty devices, and I was wondering as I heard that electric pulse coming from the sky, is that it? Is that what's, beaming thoughts into our head? And because the other thing about it is, like, I don't sit around and think about death and destruction. And I mean, I discuss some negative, dark topics, yes, but I don't sit here and dwell on them afterwards, right? But during that 2 weeks, I couldn't get horrible thoughts out of my head. Like people burning to death and just really horrific ideas that would just race through my head constantly, and I couldn't make them stop, no matter what. It's like they weren't even my thoughts. I don't think they were. I think they were being put there. Alan Watt, for those of you who don't know, he was I call him a philosopher, researcher. They call him a conspiracy theorist, of course. He lectured for years on evil ones, like the stuff I talk about, how television was designed to put people in a trance, and he talks about all that stuff. And one day he talked about this experiment they did with a shoe store, and they were beaming microwave beams at people just as they'd get close to the store, and it was suggesting to them, you need shoes, you need shoes, you need shoes, to see how many people, just from the beams, they could get to turn and go right in that store and buy something. And it was crazy how successful it was. They were literally getting people who weren't thinking about shoes at all to think about shoes and go in that store and buy them, just by beaming something at them. That's how powerful I think this technology is. Alan Watts talked about that a lot, so I think that's what we're experiencing. And that was quite a while ago. I'd say that was 2 decades ago or something that I watched that. It was a long time ago. So he was talking about this way in the past, and now they've probably got this technology so well perfected that who knows what they can do with it. If they want us all in bad moods, want us angry, they can probably make us angry. They want us sad, they can probably make us sad. They're probably getting customers for their assisted suicide program through this method. Because a lot of people, they want to see sign up for that. And what better way than beam something into their heads, get them super depressed. The way I felt for that 2 weeks, man, oh man, it was severe. It was absolutely severe. I understand that it's them doing it, so I'm able to endure it for a while and not let it totally destroy me. But some people, that would really get them, and they wouldn't be able to handle that. And it was getting close for me. I'm glad that 2 weeks is over. It was really terrible. So feeling good now, feeling much better. Let me know what you think, if the same thing's happening to you, or if you've heard this pulse coming from the sky. If you haven't, go out at night when it's really still and there's no wind and everything's quiet, and see if you hear it. Because it's been the last few nights it's been going, and wow, it's quite a sound. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you get anything out of that. I'll see you in the next one. Remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.